Welcome to the Grand Design series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 25th of March 1992, which is about 6 months on from the end of the last part, and our new town here managed to get through the winter without too many problems. One thing I did discover is the fact that our police station here and our secret police do not have drinking water, so what I've done is planned in some infrastructure here to be able to take that into account. Now, another problem I had was down to kindergartens, and this is one of the downsides of when you bring a population of all over 21s. What you've got to expect is once they've got settled, as long as the conditions are good, you are going to get a surge in birth rates. So your kindergartens will get overwhelmed, but hopefully things will settle down a little bit more. And of course, what that will also do is eventually cause a surge in your schools. Now you can see here that I've also planned in some extra accommodation, and I was thinking about it during the winter, and I think what we're going to do is expand the town in this direction a little bit so that we can get more workers into here, because we've now got our first workers coming down into this area, and you can see we got them going here. Now, what I want to do is start a little bit of production here. So we're going to open up this. I'm not going to open it up fastly because what I want to do is start building train sets. So the idea is to get our vehicle production up and running on a small scale, but from the point of view of building the train sets to actually increase this rail line. Now, I'm not expecting that bigger things from these because we're not going to get a massive workforce into here till we get more people there. We've got a traffic jam. I need to be a little bit attentive. Oh, that's only just repairs. That's okay. That's good. Because the overall plan is going to be is that because, whoops, I've gone too far. Yeah, the overall plan is to scale this whole production area up on over time, not just try and get loads and loads of workers in it. The reason being is that I'm still not too sure about how my logistics is going to work with respect to producing the right numbers of vehicles, and probably more importantly getting them to the locations where they're actually going to need. So we're going to start with a fairly kind of you could say slow paced process. Now, the one thing I do want to do here, which if I can find the overlay, is the fact that we haven't got fully extensive power in this area in the moment. So what I'm going to do is power up this area here slowly and steadily. I think we could probably put the power in about there, because you can see we got power to this area. So if I put the substation down here, we're just going to tuck you in about there. We only need mud path for. And what we're going to do is bring the power from over here, and we are going to use the underground power cables. Now, strictly speaking, we shouldn't need to send any more power up here, plus we've also got options to bring power down from here. So what I'm going to do is just cancel. We're going to have to do this the opposite way around, because obviously we've got, and I'm going to do double underground so that we can get the maximum power. Actually, I think what I will do is come here and we'll get that one into there. Well, maybe we will take off power from this side. Might be a little bit easier. And then what we'll do is bring in here and there. As I say, I'm just going to ramp things up slowly. I realised I've got no power here, and I've finally managed to set up the waste disposal from this area as well. We're probably going to need to put power into. In fact, it probably would be advantageous to put the power into. So we've got a power overlay here. Let me just see. Yeah, we got a bit of a dead spot here. So I think while I'm at it, I'm just going to put in a power line here. What we'll do is we'll overlap it. That one's got power into there. I think if I put another one substation in here, I know it's going to overlap, but at the same time, I think it'd be given the concentration of quite large factories here. I think if we kind of go a little bit over the top with the power supply, I think that would be better. Right, so what we got to do now is I'd like you to come maybe there, maybe to scoot you over there. Okay, hopefully get you up to there. Just make sure we've got yep. And we're actually, we put Stilton on here. I'll put you there. Oh yeah, apologies if there's the occasional pause in the video. I've got a very mild chest infection at the moment, which means every so often I've got to stop and have a really good cough. Okay, so we've now got this here. Now this is out of the way. I just want to give you an update where we're going, because of course we've got our town built here, but we need to drive our industry. Now what I've got at the moment is I've got the construction trains working on this at fairly high priority, because what I want to do is build a logistics center out here. It's a little bit rough, but I do want to get some form of logistics in this area. Now by logistics, what I'm talking about is, how can you explain it? I'm not going to build a massive center. What I need to do, and I've kind of thought about it a little bit, what I need is a centralized distribution for electro components, electronics, possibly alcohol, and possibly fabric. And the other one that might need a little bit more controlled distribution is prefabs, because at the moment I'm supplying all the prefabs in here for construction from this slightly antiquated prefab factory down in this corner, which is doing a good, reasonable job. But I feel that as we go forward, because prefabs are going to be quite important, I don't know if I can find any buildings that are under repair here, because what I need to do is see here, there's always bound to be some building that's under repair. What is, oh, this is steel and concrete. See, concrete and asphalt are also going to be a bit of a challenge as well, because these don't need it. But if I can find okay, see if these guys are doing any maintenance. But the key factor is going to be getting, where is the area you must be doing some maintenance somewhere. No, you're not. Okay, okay, don't care. It's all this small levels of maintenance here. Okay, this is a pumping station. This needs steel electro. The problem is getting those small quantities into the various towns, and that is something that I do need to work on. Now, something else I'm going to need to talk about is productivity. Now, down here we've got our area here. In fact, this is probably going to be a good place to kind of talk about productivity. Now, this overlay, I don't use that often because it can be a little bit depressing. Also, it can also be a little bit misleading. So like if here it says that we got 44% productivity, which we probably have, that's all we've got here. But then we've only got 59 out of 150 workers here. Productivity as defined by manufacturing can be a bit complex. So we're going to have a problem with the workforce here. So the one solution that I've come up with is over here. Can't store export boards. Okay. So we got board supply here. That's gone a little bit quicker than I thought it would. Right, so we've now got workforce into here. What I need is workers in here. And what I want to do is actually bus the workers up to here. It's not going to be very efficient. So what I'm going to do is come here. We're going to buy what we got here. Now it's speed over capacity. I think capacity. We're not going to have that many workers. This is Icarus is 45 workers. I want something that's going to be fast. Is this one, the Icarus 260? It's got 98, but it only does 66 kilometers an hour. This is 85. It's got 70. This is one. I think this KB 732 is probably going to be the best one. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. It's going to take a little while for them to get out of here. Get out here. Sorry, not get out of here. What I'm going to do is, I don't know if I've got the range here. Madon tram end station. We're gonna slip an end station in here. And did that road disappear? Yep. Ah, too steep an incline. Okay, we're going to get a bit of a problem here. Let's put this on here. Yep. Have to do a little bit of smoothing. Try again. Got it that time. Yeah. Build this out here. And the idea is going to be is that we've got 500 potential for 500 workers here. We've also got some coverage here, and we've got some unemployment in this area. So the idea is going to be is to suck up that unemployment and actually send the workers out to here. And that should improve our electronics production here. Now, the other reason I want to show you productivity. Now, this is something that's quite important. You can see we've got 17 workers in here. In fact, we've got 21 workers in here. But the productivity is only 40%. That means instead of producing 75 tons of bauxite, it's only probably producing about 30 tons of bauxite. So, and I've actually did some statistical reckoning when the game was running and I was just monitoring. And I was actually just counting the numbers of tons of bauxite that was coming in here. And what these two together are producing just about 68 tons of bauxite. Now, the only way I can improve this is by running water out here, but I don't really feel that that's not that necessary, simply because I can improve. See, I could improve the production here, but we've already got more than enough piled in here, so I don't need extra diggers here. So my aluminium manufacturing, now I'm not going to go into any great depth in this part, beyond just talking a little bit about it. Maybe we'll plan the mines. What we've got here is we've got 3 mines, although I think I've got potential for 4 over here. And so what we're going to do is bring up the bauxite from that town there through. But where we are going to get the efficiency is in this area. And I just want to see, right, we've got a nice flat area here. And what I want to do is we're going to fiddle that road there. But what I want to do is get all these mines connected up to a single place here. So then what we should be able to do then is possibly line up the actual bauxite processing plants over here. See, technically a bauxite mine can produce a lot more, especially if you're using excavators. But these produce 75 tons. Now, technically, one bauxite mine, if you're using a workforce, produces about 22 tons. but you can get a lot more out of it by putting the excavators in it. So what you're talking about is if we've got 3-4 mines here, what we're going to be needing to do is have about 3 or 4 bauxite processing plants in this area to take the output from the mines. So what I'm going to do is I just want to see, where's the conveyors? You're in the right direction, you're in the wrong direction. But I just want to see if I can get anything else out of the bauxite mines. There's nothing around that one. I think this one we might be able to get a thing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get a, I want 5,000 tons. My instinct is to go for something like this, more to do with the fact that, wow, we can get, I can turn it that way round. Well, that's brilliant. The only downside of this is this is going to have the road to the wrong side. I think we're going to turn the road, this one round. Gonna put a bauxite mine in. We need it that way. If I press that, actually, if I put it facing that way, there's 97, 98, 99%. Okay. Thank you, game. Now, if we get back to the 5,000 ton aggregate store, we can think if we put you, now the question's going to be is, can I get a road under there? Thank you, game. We got that connection there, that connection there. Technically, the only vehicles that should come out here are going to be the fire department and the fuel delivery systems. I just want to check something because let me just see. I'd like to. I think the dot here, if I look at the map, I know some of you guys you're not going to be able to see it, but I think this area here has got a little bit more potential. Yeah, see, we could get 2 mines here. I flip-flop you that way. That's, I can get you, that's 82%. And if I flip-flop you that way, see, that will give me 91%, 92%. I'm working on the principle at the moment of overproduction, if that makes sense. Now, I know for a fact that these aren't gonna connect up, so conveyor engine, it's the wrong way round. Yeah, that's not going to get across that. I think we'll leave the, yeah, we'll leave the road there. It just means that we're going to have to put in a, put you in about there. That, which way does this road come out? Yeah, it comes out that way. Good. So what we're going to have is this area here. Actually, I just had a thought. Well, we're going to put the road in first. You're going to come down here. I want this to be a very good quality road. You can come there. You could probably get away with the gravel road there. So this will produce the bauxite, which will all go into there. I'm gonna asphalt that road there. The moment I think we've got, we're still working on this, so I don't really want to overload this. So we're going to leave this in planning at the beginning. Now, so what we got here is we got 4 bauxite mines, and we need to turn, well, that would be raw bauxite actually. get this factually correct. Yeah, we're going to get raw bauxite. Now what we're going to need to do is be able to produce the bauxite going this way. Actually, let's just talk a little bit more about what we do now. If we work backwards, an aluminum plant needs 52 tons of aluminium oxide to produce 30 tons of aluminium. For to begin with, I'm going to plan for one plant, but maybe we'll go for two plants, because if we go to the economy and we look at current prices, aluminium is 39,000 a ton. No, it's 95,000 a ton. So we could get a fairly good export. Actually, it's what is it for? It's kind of $4,700 dollars per thing. So we could get a very good export market to here with the aluminium, and of course we probably could build an aircraft production center up here, but we're only going to build helicopters. I'll be completely upfront. We're 1992, so we're not really going to get much further that way. I'm just thinking, how flat's the area here? We could level off this and make it a bit tidier, but I'll do that off camera. And if we could get a scalable refining here, but at the same time, we're going to need to be able to bring in the bauxite into the storage that we get. Actually, I'm thinking this way. What's the pollution that we get from here? Not too bad, actually. So let me just check the conveyor. Yeah, we could bring a... Let me just see. Can we get a conveyor? Let's just do this as an exercise. Just put you there. Yeah, we can come across here like that. And that means we can run the ore processing plants down there. So it's just going to leave that in, but what we will do is demolish that. Okay, so we're going to get this running out down here, but I'm not going to put those in just yet. Well, and the idea will be, I mean, I've just put one in as an example. What we're going to need to do is put in, actually we could do a couple, can't we? We put in, say, one there. Probably be easier if we do it that way round and put them in pairs like that. So what we'll do is we'll set up a initial pairing. So what that will do is come out to here. Let me just see. Yeah, what we'd need is something like that. Oh wow, it's going the wrong way. It's connecting directly to there. What we would do is put one there, go that way, and then, okay, we could put one in there, but we'll have to use this as a footpath. So that would connect to there. Remove that. No, it's not connected. This game can be really annoying sometimes. Okay, we'll connect that way. We just need to be able to bring a footpath out this way. And what that means is we can expand this way, as long as we don't interfere with the rail track here. Actually, we've got that. Actually, we've got this path here. We could come off here, or would it be better to come off here? How far have we got? Yeah, we got plenty of space to there. Let me just plan the rail connection. I'm just gonna very quickly remove you. Right, you're gonna come off like that. Put you there. What we're going to do is come this way. Bring you out like that. And just measure the length. Yeah, so, and then what we'll do is we're probably going to be, thank you game. Right, measure again. Normally I guesstimate things like this, but in this case we're going to be running fairly long trains, so for in and out of here, and it'd be quite busy as well, so I want to be very generous with what we're doing. So you can come into there like that, and that means that you can then go out this way. In fact, I'm gonna put you there because I think eventually we'll put a bridge in here so that we can do it, but I don't want to commit to that just at the moment. And let me just hook out these so that we make sure that we've got good connections. Yeah, in fact, this is a good decision because we're going to need to be able to keep this line forward, but we're going to need to be able to construct this with construction trains, which will come out here. So they need that switcheroo thing there in order to be able to do that. Okay, that's good. Right, so we're going to accept that. So we've now got a rail link in here. Bear in mind that this rail link is also going to need to feed this town up here. So this is going to be a fairly busy connection. And what we can do is scale down this way with these over time. So what we're going to probably need to do is come out here for another dump, and then of course the first connection will be to bring the bauxite into here, which will then feed into the alumina plant here. So because this takes bauxite, coal. I think we've got coal mines up here. Yeah, we've got coal mines up in this area. What's the potential? When we're not going to need vast quantities of coal. Well, it says, oh, this is all, get the right one. Yeah, I mean, we got 27%, but at the same time, if we can get a reasonable amount from here, and we can run it with conveyors to the production plant, we're going to need a lot of workforce out here as well. Anyway, I'm aware that I'm getting a little bit distracted, but we've got a little bit of work done. What I want to do is just check these guys. These guys are a little bit slacky. They keep I need this built, and also we need to start building out this way because we need to get the ore trains running in and out of here. Let me just check. I think Stilton now. Where are you? I've got to find it. I've lost them on the map. Where's Stilton then? I think it's about there, isn't it? Oops, lost it. Oh, that Stilton's over there. These guys will have run out of work because they've got nothing to build around here at the moment. So I'm kind of thinking of a make work project for these guys. I'm not exactly sure where though. This is still being built because I'm kind of half thinking of running a rail line out to here, but the question is where from. We got the port down here. we could, I mean, that's not that far running out the back of here. Trouble is, would it be efficient? No, I think we're just going to, what's the unemployment like in Stilton at the moment? How busy are these areas? I mean, at the moment, I'm not fully utilizing the production in this area. Cannot store exports. I think at the moment, I think we'll just use this. Actually, we'll reduce this a little bit, kind of down to about 195. That should push more in there. Train waiting too long. Oh, great. I think these guys are blocking each other, aren't they? This is my new track out here. I can't remember if this has been electrified because I don't really want to start signaling up things. Okay, it's not been electrified yet. But they have laid the track out to here, so I think what we can do is do something like that. Oops. Because this is our new area here. Trouble is, why are these guys... this is meant to be the priority job over here. This is meant to be a high priority job. Get it done, please. So I can work on the logistics center. Right, I think my plans have gone a little bit adrift. So what we're going to do is... we can let some more workforce into here. That would be over 21, so we've got 1200 at the moment. Okay, we'll just let some more workers in. I don't want them to surge in too quickly because that will overcome our... I think we need to build that school. How are we doing down here? I think maybe we're just plonk that up a little bit. I don't think we've got anything. We got this old Motley collection that I've got here. I clear that. See, a lot of this stuff is really old. We got these snow plows, but I'm producing snow plows somewhere else. Got the B100 ambulances. Train waiting too long. Yes. I think I know where you are, but we'll get to you in a minute. I need to think a little bit about... maybe we can get some limited... There's no vehicles in storage. We got 7 snow plows in storage. The moment the fire trucks were providing here is these J200s. About I'm looking for the type of vehicles that I might need over time. How about ambulances? We're using the B100s. No, we're using the S1300s. We've still got 3 of these in storage. This is why I'm sucking those up. But we need the S1203. Okay, let's just get into here. Blueprint ambulances. What was that one again? I think we're currently... This is the S1202. This is the S1203. Is that the right one? I don't want to build the wrong ones. Yeah, it's the S... I think it's... The reason I chose this one is that it goes... this goes to 1923. Maybe it's time to choose one that's going to run almost ad infinitum. In fact, it looks like well, they all run to about 1998. But to be honest, I think if we're going to be buying the template, we're choosing the vehicle that will be for the rest of the game. This one does 103. This I mean, I don't think the numbers of passengers really make any difference, do they? See what we've got. Wow, got access to all the old templates as well. No, I think we're actually sort by speed. This is 103. It's Yugoslavia, expired in 1982. Maybe I should be 1203. This is 202. I think we will buy that template. That's definitely the one we're using. I think what we'll do is and have you got everything? That's a good question. You got steel. Yes, you got a little bit of steel. I think this is delivered by okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to let in about 40 and we're going to start producing ambulances. That would be that would be a good logistics exercise about how we're actually going to move these vehicles around. Okay, you're just queuing up. Yeah, it's this guy here he's going to come back. Okay. But while we're here, I need to think about something else as well, because we're going to need to get out of this area to try and... I was kind of thinking a little bit about what we need to do out here, but we're going to need to get out here to do some leveling, because I'm pretty sure that most of the oil that we've got out here is kind of in this estuary, so we're gonna have to literally recover all this area here. So let me just see. We come here, yeah, so the oil's all in this area. We've already kind of sucked up all the oil in this area. Got a road connection here. I'd like to be able to plan this to do the leveling so that we can get the thing in. I think we're definitely going to come this side. Right, what I'm going to do is we're just going to bung in a really manky old mud road out here. We'll start opposite the church. We come out here. Okay, oops, better keep that on pause. I just want to finish this first. Free gas station. And we're going to need we're going to have to do some leveling out here. Put you down there. Okay, these guys are queuing up for... Yeah, wow. We're certainly bringing in a lot of gravel. Make a note. Need to get this way. Right. Where's my fuel trucks here? Okay, you're here. Just rename you waste free fuel distrib. Get you there. you. Set that to 60%. Needs to be right. What trucks are you using? These are the KMZ. Is that my approved oil tankers? No, we're using the KMZ 5410s now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get 2 more out of here. Something tells me we're going to need them. Okay, so there's not much I can do until we've kind of got the necessity out here to do the leveling. That's going to take a long while. In fact, we may have to use an open hole to move the vehicles over. In fact, I think while I'm thinking about it, unfortunately, this is going to be the nearest point. Right. You've got the right, I'm gonna buy. Actually, we got these excavators. They can move themselves at reasonable speed. It'd be great if we could get a bulldozer that could do the same. No. Okay. Let me just check something. Do we need excavators or bulldozers to level the terrain out here? Bulldozers. I think what I'm going to do is, I think as part of my distribution process, I bought this. You're 22, you're 28, you're 34. You actually travel faster. You got the K700 bulldozer here. Okay, we're gonna get one. Gonna bring you out to there. Actually, gonna buy another one. Bulldozer. We actually using K700s as a replacement. Let me just see. What we'll do is we'll bring the bulldozers out to here while the fuel's being sent out, and then what we will do is move those bulldozers all the way out to there, and they can make their own way out at a reasonable speed. So that makes sense. Please ignore all the productivity. We will get to it. Right, we should have some buses out here now. Right, I'm going to thank you, game. Load workers. Just make sure that you are only picking up workers. That's good. Actually, has that been built? Yes, it has been built. Great. Unload. Back to here. Okay, I'm just going to keep you for the moment. We do need fuel in here. You can fuel into there. Make it 40%. Lost the route. No related vehicles. Where's the... And what we're going to do is put all 4 on here. What I'm going to do is take a deep breath, and we're going to allow a whole raft of people move into here. Yeah, and then that will suck up virtually all my over 21s. Probably overload my food supply system as well. Okay, this one's going to be a more problematic, so we're going to have to... this is under repair, just to show you. See, this needs bricks, boards, and there. So what we can do now is put these guys... because I've got some board production here. You can pick up the boards from there. Right. Just keep an eye on this. This is filling up quite nicely. It's going to cause a certain amount of unemployment, but the idea is that the bus route from here will start picking up even more workers from here. Yeah. And then those workers will get taken up to here. In fact, what we will probably need here, where is my snow plows? Technical services. This is garbage collection. Right. Oh, we've got no technical office here for clearing snow. That's a mistake. Let me just do this. A bit shaky. Okay. Away. Got a gravel road there. And we need the 5 crew on this. What? How many passengers? Yeah, you're taking 85 passengers. How much work? What's we got in here? We've got 150. 100. Right, we're going to push you up to 150. And then maybe we'll expand that. I really do need to get this electronics center up and running. Oh, so many things to do. So many things to do. Where are you? Oh, looks like the game might have sorted itself out. Where am I? I think I'm making an excess of electro components at the moment. I think who's delivering the electro components to here? Are you? Let's see. Okay. Your electronics out. We're going to push that up to 70%. And what should be happening is that these guys should be now delivering the... Wow, you're doing absolutely nothing at the moment, are you? Okay, let me just check something. You should be delivering the electro components or electronics. Yeah, electro components to around here. You should be delivering the electric components to here. You up there. We got 13 out of 25. What are you delivering? To Scarad Warehouse 2. Electronics pickup. I thought I'd set you up. Okay, this is an oversight. Okay. This is a building already assigned. Electronics out. Ah, I forgot to do it. Either that or it's down to that it was in my mind to do it, but then I forgot all about it. And this is very easily done now with the level here, because you have so much going on. This building is already assigned. This is electronics pickup. Okay, so it looks like I meant to do it, but I didn't actually do the final connection. And yep. Okay, see if we can wake up these guys. Yep. Aha. Right. I want electronics pickup here, 80%. Right. You move the trains there. Now, I just want to double check something here. Back to here again. Where are you? Here. Who is bringing in electronics out? That's that one. What I'm looking for is the one that kind of will import electronics. I'm looking for someone who's actually importing electro components. Let me just see. Electro components, right. You're importing them from there. Are you dropping these off? The way I'm doing things at the moment is I'm kind of scaling things in. It's telling me that you are here. Okay, this one's actually not delivering the electronics to here. Let's just see. You're importing aluminium. I don't think you're the one that's was delivering the electronics to here. Okay, you're importing from the medium custom shed, and you're picking up, so that's not that one. Okay, it looks like I've got a bit of a mystery at the moment, in the sense that I can't find the one that's actually was delivering the electronics here. Yeah, you're delivering it. You're picking them up from the medium custom shed. You're delivering 20%. I'm just going to drop you to 10. No, I think we'll leave you at 20. I think I haven't set up my mech components delivery here. This is all part of the fun of the logistics, is just constantly tangling it, untangling it. Right, you're going to deliver mech components, but you're going to deliver 40%, which is, yeah, we're going to put about 40% into there. And what that will do is that will actually increase the thing. Right. Let's see. Missing resource plastics. I think I can get plastics from up here. I think I might have another job for the boys. This is 14 tons of plastics. This is 41 tons of plastics. Right. So where are you picking up? You're picking up the plastics from there, and I want you to deliver the plastics to here as well, and do 50% at least. Yeah, we're out of plastics at the moment. Okay. So the plastic, we might need to increase the capacities here. I'm going to reduce this. 28 tons of electro components, because we have now got a coverage. Right, let me just scoot up and check this guy. Apologies for this. This is a bit of an indication what I spend most of the winters doing, is constantly checking and rechecking. Yes. You're picking up electronics. Okay. Can you guys wake up a bit and send out some plastics? Let me just see. None of these guys are busy. Have I got the right one? You've definitely got plastics in here, haven't you? Yeah, you got 41 tons of plastic in here, please. Game. Okay, get you out the way. You're holding up the line. Yeah, I think what's happening is, and this is one of the things about with the fact of the size of the population we got at the moment, is there is a little bit of lag with respect to moving things around. This is the reason why I want this central logistics center about here. Just see if we've got these guys finished. Yep, this is now done. And this will be the focus of the next part, is to build in the logistics center here. And I'm aware that I've completely run out of time, so just gonna take a look and see what we're doing here. Our train is producing, so I think we might solve the ambulance problem. Just watch it finish. There we are. We have produced our first ambulance. Oh no, we've got 4 ambulances. Wow, these guys are busy. Now this is going to be one of the dilemmas. Actually, I've just noticed that we've got no road connection there. Yes, we have. We've got a road connection there, but that just isn't being built. Yeah, what we've got is ambulances here, but we can't really produce too many because the rate of repair. But actually, I think what we'll do is I'm just going to very quickly. Actually, let me just check here. We do fire trucks. We've got the B something 100. So I think what I'm going to do is flip you to make some fire trucks. And what we're going to do is flip you backwards and forwards between ambulances and fire trucks. And then if I come over to here, I've got these guys here producing. Oh, that reminds me. Apologies for this. I want to see if I can move these over to, because these fork trucks need to be down here. There is a road depot in here somewhere. Let me just see if I can find it. I've got the right thing. Yep. It's this thing here. Okay. Anyway, I know where the road depot is now. Let me just get here. It's, well, I thought I knew where the road depot is. It's in here. There it is. None of these vehicles could be. Oh, great. Oh, that's a bit of a pain. Okay. Let me just see. What we're going to have to do is build a small vehicle storage something or other. We put you down here in a kind of centralized location. Let me just see. Well, we got some space here, so right, we're going to put you there. Let's get these guys on it. Where's my construction crews? Get you working on that, and you can work on that. Actually, we'll get Stilton helicopters working on that because they've got no other real work here. If I remember correctly, it's a quick look. Yeah, these guys are gold bricking now. They're just literally, oops, that's too high. That needs to be 47, 48. And I've gone way over time, so this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, hopefully we'll do a little bit more work on the aluminium production side. We'll have the guys out to do some leveling as well. And of course, the other thing we're going to need to do is keep progressively building up this area here. In fact, I think we're getting to, I can't buy those trucks. Okay, how far off are we from producing this? This is an ER2. I don't think we can buy ER2s anymore. Let me just see. We may have to compromise. The reason I've come over here to buy it is that if I try and buy it directly, the game will just tell me to go away. Train sets. No, I don't think we've got the ER2s. I think it's the, we've been using the PFGW, whatever it is here. Train sets. But I must admit, I do like the ER2s. That's why we're actually building them. Yeah, we're using the PFWG EN71s. So if I buy these, they're actually smaller capacity and slightly slower. So if we buy 2 of those. Right, anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. I'll move the train sets up to the appropriate place off camera. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.